Good afternoon, everybody. Today is March 6, 2016. I'm going to be going over my weekly swing trade ideas for this week. First, let me review. Well, first of all, this is my Twitter handle, at BarryMohan81, if you want to follow me on Twitter. So let me get to the swing trade ideas from last week. Okay, so this is last week I looked at Uthr was on my list. I was liking the bottom and over here for a move to the upside. Didn't really give a move to the upside, but it's still within range of taking some long. Next on the list was OMI. I was looking for this one to push up into a price target of 42, so it didn't actually get up to 42. It got up to about 41, somewhere in there, 40 something. BCEI was the next one on the list, and I was looking for this one to move up with a price target of 250. It came up to 245 or somewhere around there. WMB, I was looking for this one to move up with a price target of 17 plus, and you got about 19 or so off of that one. FireEye, I was looking for a push up over 17 for a short idea, so it's actually up over 17. So that's your short idea right there with the inverted hammer up there, or gravestone doji up at the top. Next on the list was Twitter. I was looking for this one to move up. It was flagging over here with a price target of 20, and it got up to 2030s. Next on the list was CLVS. I was watching this bullish engulfing down at the bottom over here for a move to the upside with a price target of 22, and it got up to 2250. Next on the list was EVH. I was looking for an upside move in this one with a price target of 1150. It came up to 1112. Next on the list was ICPT. I was watching this one off the pop and pullback area for a price target of 130. It came up to 126.50. And the next one on the list was Uthr. I was watching this one for an upside move, and you got the upside move. Watch for the pullback off of this inverted hammer up on the top. So off the 10 from last week, and also we went over SPY. I was looking for a pullback area of 191.65. It didn't get all the way down there, but the move to 200 was right there. So out of the 10 for last week, I would say 9 of them worked really well. You guys just sitting over there, so wasn't a fail. So I'd say it's a pretty good list for last week. This list for this week is, the first one on the list is TAP. Now TAP is coming off of a nice little bottom over here, curled up, a couple consecutive nice candles. So let's watch for this trend over here to see any rejection up about in the high 90s, let's say 91 or so, and then pull it back down into the mid 80s. So if it gets rejected around this area here, watch for a shorten, pull it back down into this range over here, so you can grab back some of this trend down here. Next one on the list is Blue. I like this channel trade here. Obviously you see an inverted hammer up at the top of the channel over here, so if it doesn't go over this high from Friday's close, and if it doesn't break the channel to the upside, watch for a short, bring it back down to the inside of this channel trade here, so about 50, 52 or so if it comes back into it. Next on the list for this week is Cybr. Had a couple good strong candles here, so this one's also found itself in a nice little channel trade here. So I think we can watch for this one to push up here to about 41 or so before it comes back into the channel, finds a base, and then possibly fizzle out there for a few sessions. Next on the list is Eros. Eros. I'm looking at this one for an early in the week continuation candle. High target is 1050 on this one, so if we get a pullback on this to about 850 or so, if it holds, we're going to watch for a nice continuation candle. Could have that really soon in the week, probably tomorrow or Tuesday. And should be a nice fun one on the long side if we can get it to hold that 850 area. Uthr is the other one on the list. Let's see if this one, we got a nice little bullish harami over here holding this trend to the upside. So once this trend is maintained, we can look for this one to pop up to about 133 or so, where it's gonna come in contact with this downtrend line here. It should quickly get a rejection off of that, bring it back down to 127. Next on the list is Sgen. I'm looking for this one here off this another bullish harami. Nice trend over here. I'm looking for this one for a quick pop up here to about 34 or so before we can bring it back down into this trend, and then see if it holds the trend for a continuation candle to the upside. It did break the major trend to the upside already, so now it's just flatlining here a little bit for a nice push up. Definitely on watch for this week. Mon, I like this huge bullish engulfing down at the bottom here. There's an area on this chart where it's a little double bottom feature going on, so let's watch this double bottom. Huge bullish engulfing here to pop it up a little bit. It's also found itself in a downtrend channel trade over here, so if it can push up on the high side, you're looking at about 90. And if the low obviously breaks here, you want to definitely get out of the trade, because it's just going to continue down on the trend. Mcrb is the next one on the list. I like this one over here. I like the fact that it closed finally over the 50 EMA, so I'd like for it to pull back into the 25 zone here before we can move it up, and maybe can try to test this major trend line over here. I'm not saying that's going to test it this week, but if it pulls back in here, finds a zone in that 25 area, and you see it moving above this area here, this area right here, so it's about 28. So if it pushes through about 28, you can hold it into this area here for more upside up to about 35 or so. Zltq is the next one on the list. Also in a channel trade over here, I like the fact that it just put up a higher low, so it's a nice bullish trend going on here. After this double top over about $24 or so, if it gets over that $24 or so, you can look for it to push up to about 26 or 27. And the last one on the list is a little one, Gene. I always keep these former movers in my sight, and I do like the fact that it's holding this trend here now. It obviously pulled through the trend, reclaimed it here at this area, and now it's testing it again. So if it pushes up into this area, gets over this 225, 235 area over here, you can watch for that major trend to be broken, and it can quickly push up to in that $3 area. So that's a 10 for this week. And as far as the market goes, SPY's hitting a downtrend over here right at the 200 level. You also have some resistance coming up from the support areas found before, now serving as resistance. So I can quickly watch for this chart to pull back down here. Kind of a spinning top of doji up top here. So I'm watching for this chart to pull back down into like mid 90s, mid 190s. And then hopefully it holds this uptrend here to the upside and can push through finally. So I'd rather see a quick wash over here, bring it back down into the mid 190s, and then punch through for a higher area breakout over here. Also, there's a few other charts that you should look for at this week. NE, a little overextended here. Nice 3-day, 3 continuation candle here to the upside. Is obviously hitting a trend here. So I would definitely like to see this one come back down. So it's on watch here for me for a nice short. Next one that's a little overextended is MUR. 3 nice solid candles right here. So obviously the top end area is right about here. So any push up into this area right about here, I'm watching for a short this week on that one. And the last one that's a little extended for me is Joy. Now Joy has two days of continuous candles here, so we could watch for another candle. We'll probably push it back up to about 19 or so, and then we'll watch for that short on Joy. So as far as the 10 trades for the week, that's pretty much where we're at. Hopefully they can help bring you some good trades this week. Hopefully they'll help bring me some good trades this week. And for those of you guys that don't already follow me, I put my Twitter account at the beginning of this video, and on there you can find a link to the website that I trade, the chat room that I trade with. It's awesomecalls.com, so you can find me there on Mondays to Fridays. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.